In this video I will attempt to update the venue hire page with the images that Mike has asked me to update it with in a slideshow or a gallery manner. So this is how I will go about, or anyone will go about doing this. The first thing you need to do is to go to the Media Manager screen. On the Media Manager page, you will see all the images and files that you are using on the website. Now, I have already created a new folder for venue hire. Now, the way that you create a folder is fairly simply you add a folder name there. If you want the folder name to be under the top level, then you do it here. If you want it to be under any of these folders, then you go into the folder first and then type in your folder name. Now you can see I have done venue hire. If I now click on that plus sign, the folder will be a new folder will be added. So I'm going to do this, but you will find that it tells me that the folder already exists because I've done this before. Otherwise, if it wasn't there, I would have just now created it. So for this video, let's assume I just created the venue hire folder. So the next step would be to go into that folder, which will be empty currently, as you can see, and I will now add the image files to this folder. So all I do is I click on choose file and I go to the website where I saved that information. On my local PC, you will also notice that this is under a folder called venue hire. So all I have to do is to select them all, but you can see that you can only select one at a time. You can't do many at a time. So I'm going to select one, say open, and then click on the plus sign, which is upload the file. Now you will see that the file has appeared. So I will repeat this action by adding the rest. Very simply, choose a file, choose the file. I've done those two. I'm now doing that one, open, and click the plus sign. Repeat the action once more. Now if you do the same file again accidentally, you forgot where you were, so you do the same file again, you click on the file, it'll actually tell you the file already exists, so you can either keep the existing one or override it with a new version or back up the current copy first. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to override it with a new version. It's not really a new version, but I've done it before. So just so I don't sit with duplicates. So I've done 1, 2, 3. There's the fourth one. Choose file. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one. Party. Choose file. I've done party. Now I do the pavilion. Right, and now I'll just add the last one. And there they are. So the files, the images I want to show on a page is now in that directory. Now, one thing to note, the system, this Way does not like file names to be um, with spaces in it or any other characters. It likes it simply you if you want to have a space to show a space, you should use an underscore. So I should have renamed this before, but I'm going to do that now. What I normally do is I just take the space out. It is still quite readable, so it's not a problem. So rename this file or don't rename it, but yes, I want to rename the file, and you can see the file's been renamed. So I'm going to do the same with the rest. Just take out the spaces, more buffet. Very important. The websites or web technology does not really like spaces at all. So it is always a good thing to use underscores. I'll use underscores on this one just to illustrate. So instead of having a space, I put in an underscore and I delete the space. So this way would be also acceptable. Um, no spaces, but use just the underscore to illustrate the space. So it still looks like there's a space, but there isn't a space anymore. That icon. And I'm going to just take out the spaces again. So I've got to do that one. Take out the space. And say yes. And that one you can see has got the underscores in. That's the one I did before. But as you can see now, let me just have a look at that one. That one has still got spaces. I must have skipped that one. Say yes. And there you go. Just for consistency, just for the sake of consistency, I'm going to delete the underscores there as well. This way you can easily see that there are no spaces. Right, so that is the first step. The first step in what I want to do to include these images as some sort of a gallery in an article, it needs to be in a directory or a folder, and you need to remember the folder name. So I can highlight the folder name, press Ctrl C just so that is on my clipboard now. So the next thing I need to do is I need to go to the venue hire page. Now that I'm in the page, I must decide where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to edit this page. In the editor, and you can see that it is in the editor now. There's already an image on this page. I'm going to leave that image there, even though it is possible that the image may be duplicated in what I'm going to do. Right, I'm going to put it there, and then I'm just going to copy a certain text. I'll format the text now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this, type in the following, and this is how you would put it in, and let's see if it's going to work. You use the curly bracket and you type in gallery and you close the curly bracket. Then you write down the folder name. Okay, so it is in any case venue hire. That is the um, folder name that I use. Then you close this with a curly bracket, a forward slash, and gallery. And you close that with a curly bracket. Now, this is what it means. It means open the gallery, take and then take the images in that folder, display them, and close the gallery. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to uh, just highlight that for a minute, and I'm going to change that to normal div. I'm going to make the font Vedana, and let me do it again. And I'm going to change the size to 16. Let's enter that, and let's enter that. Right, let me do this again. It doesn't seem to be the same, so there it is, normal div, font is Vedana, and the size, let's make it 18. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make that bold so that it stands out a little bit and it's easily readable. And at this time, what I'm going to do is, this may not work, but let's have a look. If I now save this article, let's see what's going to happen. Waiting for it to save. Right, article is now successfully saved. Now for the truth, let's see. And there you are. So you can easily see that doing what we did there caused these images to be put into there. So the only thing people have to do is now to click on the image. It'll pop up. You can still see the article in the background. It pops up. The people can see it. They can click off it. They can click on the next one, and you can see. And what we can do is we are going to put captions in there as well, just to say a bit more. But you can see you can also click there on that arrow, and that'll take you to the next picture. So this is a gallery within an article, and I think it looks quite good at the moment. The only thing I would say is that I will maybe make these a little bit smaller, so it doesn't take up so much space, although I think I should leave it, because if people look at this in full screen view, which I can't do now because of making a video of it, um, I, I will try that. There is a full screen view. Yes, it doesn't fit in one row, so it looks like there is one um, picture too much. So if I make these images a little bit smaller, and I'll work out how to do that, just coming back, then it'll fit in all in one row, and people can see it very nicely, and so it won't go over there. But what I would want to do is I would want to put a space between that line and the images. So going back into the edit mode, um, and oops, a little bit too far, and then going down here, I would simply press enter there. And this gallery will always be centered um, on the page, so there's no need to put that in the center, but one could actually put that in the center, it doesn't matter. It will work well. So let me save that again. Message successfully saved, and there you are. Right, so just to recap, How do we do this? We simply go to our Media Manager. In the Media Manager, you create a um, a folder. That folder must be unique. It can't be, you can't use another folder because every image in that folder will show. Um, so if you want to add more images, then you just add it to that folder and it will automatically show in the venue hire document. So, recapping again, you create a unique folder. You use once you are there, you go into the folder, you go to upload a new file, you choose the file and you add them all one by one into that folder. And as you add them, it will automatically appear um, in that um, article. So the next thing you do is you go into the article, you will see it looks completely different. This is the public view, completely different to the public than it would be for the publisher. You go into the edit article, you 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 type in whatever text you want to type in, then you use this format. It is always curly bracket, gallery curly bracket, then the the venue hire or the folder that you chose with the images in it, and you close it off with a or a forward slash gallery also in curly brackets, and that's it. Um, if it's not clear for people that they should click on the photos, then you can just have a small text there, click on a photo to see a larger image or something like that. Um, or you could even have it small in the middle there, but it's something that you can consider so people know that they have to click on it. But if you hover over it, you see that the cursor changes to a hand, which means that you can simply click on it and it'll come up. I will make another video to illustrate how we can put captions on all these images so that you can say a little bit more about each image, but I will make another video because this was already 20 minutes long. Thanks for watching.